Hi guys, welcome to some more Real Talk Dog Talk. I'm Tori.
And I'm Barb.
For those of you who haven't joined us before, if you have any questions or comments, you can email us at realtalkdogtalk@yahoo.com.
And if you are a regular listener and or emailer, we love hearing from you. Keep those emails coming in.
Yes.
So it has been, I'm going to try to stay focused today because it's been a crazy week.
Yes.
I shouldn't even mention it, but I'm in search for a car.
Yes.
And I am going to get the cheapest car that goes down the road that I can find.
Yes.
Nobody email me about their cars, okay?
No vehicle anythings.
No, I'm sick of it.
Don't want to hear it.
I'm sick of it.
So,
anyhow, and then I took the two girls, the puppies, to the vet the other day.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Well, clearly I need to start working on the training.
Oh, you don't say.
They are insane.
Well, I've seen bits of that, I believe.
Yeah,
yes.
They're amazing dogs. It was actually kind of fun because somehow, they can sit, they can get off, they are learning some commands, and they do know those commands.
Yeah.
But they hadn't been on a leash before.
Oh boy.
So, I, like an idiot, I thought, hey, I'm going to put a leash and a collar on them. We're going to walk right in there to the vet.
That's a great theory.
It was a theory.
Yes. We'll just see how it goes.
It did not happen that way for sure. But actually, Poppy weighed in at 29.5 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
And JoJo weighed in at 30 pounds even, right on the dot.
Gosh. She is, well, I gotta say, they're both super, super adorable.
Yes, they are.
I just, if I wasn't at full capacity, let me tell you what, I'd have to rehome little JoJo to myself. So.
I don't think that's called rehoming.
Oh.
I think it's called stealing.
Oh. A little bit of a mix-up with terms, but I honestly, I can't believe nobody has snagged her up because, oh my gosh.
She, you know what I've noticed about her? I watch her quite a bit, and she has much the same demeanor as Karma.
Oh.
And I absolutely think Karma is to die for.
We're besties, and she just decided that one day. And
both of those dogs are thinkers.
Yep.
They sometimes appear a little bit stoic.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of sitting back and watching what's going on.
Yep.
And little JoJo will never fight for a toy. Oh. She waits till, Poppy's not paying attention, then just goes and takes it from her. She's just more of a thinker, not very impulsive, easygoing, just so much like Karma. Whoever gets her will be so happy with her. She's an amazing dog.
She's more of a work smarter, not harder type of dog.
Exactly.
She's like, let me, hold on. Just give it a minute. Okay, now.
Yeah, she's really quite impressive, and she is the one who's a little bit more compliant on learning little commands.
Yeah.
Poppy is very handsy and wants to be right in the center of everything.
She does, and I gotta say, one thing I just get a kick out of with her is she flings her head and her ears flip. Like it's almost like she's like some girl showing off in the wind with her hair, flipping it. Or if something abrupt happens, what was it? And she's like flinging her ears are all over the place. Those things
So you're saying Poppy's dramatic?
No. Okay. Well, there's no other way to put it, I don't think. I was going to say no, but
yeah. Yeah, she is adorable as well, but she's not, she's a little different than JoJo. JoJo is amazing. I mean,
my gosh.
she's a great great dog.
I can't visit anymore.
Yeah, Tori is going to steal her.
I am. I'm falling in love. I can't help it. So, anyway, she's, okay. Now, we got to quit talking about dogs here. We have questions to answer.
That's right. You know, part of my job for this podcast is to go through emails. I either use them for topics or sometimes I respond to them. It would be a lot to sit and respond to, a ton of emails.
Right.
So, sometimes we just try to either respond or do a podcast or an episode, I should say, on it. But today I thought, you know what? Let's just answer some while we're doing our episode.
Yeah. Yep.
So, really, these are just questions that people are asking me. They may be things. Sometimes people don't listen to all of our podcasts. I don't know why I keep doing that. So I'm sorry. They don't listen to all of our episodes, so they may have missed something that we've talked about.
That one went over my head. I'm like sitting here.
I keep talking about a new podcast.
Yeah. Same one.
Same podcast. Sorry. New episode.
Yes. Yeah.
So anyhow, I just thought we'd jot down a few and address them. You may hear kind of some copies of, things that we've already discussed, but folks out there might not have caught that one. So.
Right. Well, there's nothing wrong with hearing it twice.
Yeah, we'll just or 10 times.
Or 10. I repeat myself a lot anyway, so.
What?
Yeah. I'm not doing it.
Okay. So, I'm just going to read. I didn't pick out a bunch of them, but we got a few here.
Okay.
Okay. The first one is, my puppy is 4.5 months old. I felt he was doing really well on potty training, but he seems to be starting to have accidents in the house.
Yep. That's tricky because I think all dogs do that. It's like right when you think they're ready, they're done. They're trained. They say, gotcha.
Well, I think that kind of comes from people giving them a little bit too much freedom too soon.
Yep.
And that's why, the crate training is such a good thing, because if you're not paying attention to them, you're busy. I've always said, if you're busy with something going on, kids, or, someone coming by to fix the furnace, or, or getting in the shower.
Right.
If you just have something you got to get done that you're not paying attention to the dog, the young puppy, whatever, if you put them in the crate, they're not as likely to make a mess in their own bed.
Right.
And then when you're able to pay attention to them again, you go ahead and take them outside and then have them in the house.
Right.
So it's, I think it's sometimes just your kind of a false confidence you have.
Yeah.
And you're just,
you feel, you know what, they've got it. They'll be fine for just a little bit. They're doing so well.
Yep.
And I'm sure they are. They're probably doing great.
They probably are.
But I still put my dogs in their kennels sometimes when I'm like getting in the shower or doing something that I need to focus on.
If you can't pay attention to them, then that's the time to have them in their kennel. And it's not a punishment.
No.
That's kind of a cozy, comfy den type situation. Bolo, I hate to make her sound bad, but every time I go outside to do chicken and horse chores, I come in and she's gotten my fake plant off the wall.
Oh.
And has it shredded. Now, the other day, I don't know if you recall, but I think it was 2 weeks ago, maybe 3, I bought a new bed from Walmart for the dogs.
Oh, yeah.
It's not there anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it was...
Because I did not put Bolo away when I went outside.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah, so anytime, whether it's potty training or chewing, it's put them in the crate when you can't pay attention to them.
Yes.
And they can be out as much as, you're in the house doing stuff or out in the yard with them. Just got to kind of take a step back if they're making accidents in the house.
Yeah.
Just step back and kind of I wouldn't say you have to start from square one, but I'm just saying step back.
Right.
Put a few more boundaries on them so that they aren't doing that.
Making sure that you are putting them in their kennel, taking them out, frequently. Yeah. All the good things that you do. And again, that's something you can even do when they're a little bit older. My dogs love their kennels, so
Tori actually locks hers out of their kennels.
I have to.
Or they won't spend time
Yeah,
with
they
her.
won't. They'll stay in there. And I'm like, why is nobody in the living room with me? So I do. I lock their kennels, and then they can't get in there. And I'm like, what now? Now you gotta cuddle. Get over here. Yeah.
We're actually also looking for a new couch for Tori because the dogs have dipped it down so far. I'm telling you, these guys are all couch potatoes.
We are. And, now we've got pillows on our couch to fill in the dips. Yeah. Because the dogs they have their spots, okay?
Yeah, I was not warned when I sat down one day.
Yeah.
I fell way down in.
The pillows weren't in place yet.
I guess.
Okay, I was shaking my blankets out.
Okay. The next one is...
Okay.
My dogs, they have 2 of them, are destructive in the house. I have started kenneling them in the basement. I also took blankets away to eliminate messes and blanket shredding. They seem even more destructive now than before.
Couple things come to mind.
Oh, let's hear them.
Just first thought.
Yeah.
1, they're having fun together. Okay.
Okay.
I feel like they're just like, oh, we're buddies. We are out. We are free. Let's get some trouble going. Tag your it, things like that. And also, it almost makes me think they need more exercise or they have too much energy. Yeah. They need to burn that off a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's kind of where initially my mind goes there.
I think that's a good place for a mind to go. But, when I first heard this, my thought was, well, if you shut me in a blanket on a hard kennel floor with no blanket, I might be tearing your shoes up too.
I would feel, I do have a dog that chews blankets, and you know what I do? I have to just keep buying new ones every once in a while.
Well, this, at the risk of offending anybody, this doesn't sound like a happy dog life to me.
No.
This sounds like jail.
Yeah.
And
it does.
I agree with the fact that generally if a dog is destructive, it's one of 2 things. 1, they need more exercise or mental stimulation.
Yeah.
Or both.
Right. Yeah.
So, I think, okay, I'm just going to say it. I think putting them in the basement with no blankets or anything is a lazy way of handling it. And you're just doing more, you're making the dogs not happy, so they're acting out.
Well, and also, too, when, you think about it that way, first thought about a basement, I know there are finished basements, so I'm really hoping that's kind of basement they're talking. But nobody wants to go in my basement.
Yeah, I don't have a pleasant basement.
Yeah, it's just a dirty old... Yeah. It's cold, damp, gross. I mean, basement, yeah. And, again, and that's, at least one level away from you.
Yeah.
So they can't even see you. They're nowhere near you.
Well, they're pack animals, and they consider, their families, their pack.
Right.
So you're shutting them out. And I just think that sounds like an awful way to handle your dogs.
It does.
And, I always try to think of positive responses for these, but some of these I just got to call you out on it. And if that's really what you're doing with your dogs, you're off your rockers.
Right. That's an unhappy dog.
That is not, and they probably, if you got 2 dogs, you're right, they're probably team dogs. They're like, hey, let's go.
They're buddies. They're together all the time. They're locked in the basement together. Yeah. They're,
So instead of being part of their pack or having them be part of your pack, you've taught them to be a pack within themselves. And that does not put you in an important position in their mind.
You're definitely not the leader.
No. So they don't care if they're ruining your stuff.
And?
Yeah. So I mean, I mean that to me, the whole setup sounds stupid.
Right. I would not ever do that to my dogs.
No. So I think with that, you kind of need to rethink the location and possibly find. And I'm with Tori on. I mean, I replaced bedding. I don't know. Some of my dogs, it'll last quite a long time, but it gets nasty anyhow. You wash it so many times, it starts to fray.
Yeah.
And it just gets worn out. I think Karma's the only one right now who tears up bedding. If I put a dog bed in, Minty and Yazi will tear them up. But I can get like a king size bedspread, not a comforter, but a bedspread from a consignment store, fold it up in force and put it in there, and they've got a blanket, and it'll last for
long time,
quite a while. Yeah,
that's and that's the thing. Tito he can't have a dog bed, but he will leave blankets alone.
So I think you need to rethink the location. And definitely get something in there for them to sleep on. They're going to have swollen elbows, knees, ankles from the hard surface. I know some dogs, Yazi is one that kind of bunches things up at one end. But it's important to make every effort to make those dogs comfortable and make them part of your family.
Right. Yep.
Okay. And then, when I walk my puppy on a lead, should I teach him to walk right next to me?
Well, none of mine do.
Okay. So when I walk my puppy on a lead, should I teach him to walk right next to me?
I think as long as they're focused on you, it's not necessary for them to be right next to you. But their focus should definitely be on you for the most part.
Well, don't you think it kind of depends on what your goal is?
Oh, for sure.
I mean, I think, taking a dog for a walk on a long line, as long as you got full control. I think all the new smells and the stimulation, and they're kind of exploring and going under this and checking that out. I feel like that's really healthy for all their senses.
Yeah.
It's good physical activity. They're smelling things they haven't smelled before. I mean, it's just really good for them, I think. I think the problem is more when they're yanking you around.
Yes.
I think that is more the focus. If you want them walking, Yazi walks next to me.
He can walk off leash no matter where you're at, and he's good. But
I don't want him pulling me, whether he's walking next to me or some of my I don't know. I'm trying to think who would be high drive-ish. I guess Ivy she doesn't like to walk right next to me. She kind of wanders around and looks, but she doesn't pull on me either.
Enzo's the same way. He's very interested in what's going on around everywhere. I mean, all the directions, but he doesn't pull at all. And if he sees, like, say, another dog or something, he usually just stops. Yeah.
I don't think there's a right or a wrong on that one.
Yeah.
I think it's more what you want to do with the dog. Yazi was taught to walk next to me because, I don't know why he does that, to tell you the truth. He focuses on me quite a lot, so I imagine he's just with me.
Well, and you were taking, before everybody started calling the cops on people for having dogs with all the time, you were actually able to take him to the store quite frequently, too.
Yeah, we did go, we went to the store into town, we walked around town, which, again, I stopped that because people were walking their pit bulls without
leashes.
No knock on, I'm not knocking the pit bulls, they're not the problem.
It's the, no leash issue.
Right, we don't want to get into a scuffle with that, so.
Yeah. I got a Facebook story. I thought it's my turn to talk about a video really quick.
I've passed on my reel addiction.
Yeah, you have. It was, I believe they had 2 or 3 pit bulls.
Okay.
And it was a couple. They were at a park and they were doing something with they were there for a specific reason. I'm not sure if it was training or if they were taking pictures or what they were doing. Their car was within eyesight. It was fairly close. And in the distance, a lady with I'm not sure what kind of dog, off leash. They didn't say anything to this lady. She kept walking. She started going towards their car. The dog was not on leash still. It was not staying overly close to her either. And you could hear the conversation between the two. I really hope this lady, you can't see the leash. She doesn't have a leash. Her dog, she needs to have something. Something bad is going to happen. Their dog was aggressive towards other dogs. And eventually the lady did start, she had said something about the dog in the car, which the car was on with the AC. They were within eyesight of the dog and car. And eventually she started walking towards the people and the dog headed over towards the couple. And they had some pretty hefty collar and leash for the dog. It wasn't like a chain thing or anything crazy like that.
Right.
But it was clearly meant for a strong dog to be contained or held, whatever.
Right.
And that dog that the lady had, she was the woman in this couple was hollering and saying, "Not friendly. Our dog is not friendly. Get your dog. Our dog is not friendly." Fair warning.
Right.
You need to get your dog. And it looked like a golden retriever, maybe. Not really important, but came nose to nose with that pit bull, and that dog did go after it, which the owners did have control of the dog and was able to keep it from doing anything to this dog, but the dog did get scared and didn't really leave, but it startled the lady, the
Right.
owner of this free dog, and she called it, and that dog had really good recall, which was impressive.
Which dog had good recall?
The one that was not on leash.
Oh.
Which was quite interesting because, okay, I get that the dogs, you're not holding on to the leash, but what if that other dog got off their leash or some,
Right.
So clearly the dog has enough training or working with their owner that the recall is excellent, but you don't want to you're just letting your dog run around and you're not listening when somebody's communicating that their dog is not friendly. People don't listen. It's
No.
just...
Well, and why don't you tell them why she was approaching them?
She was to tell them that about the dog in the car. They shouldn't be having the dog in the car where it was on. There was AC and they could see the dog and the car.
So she was being a nosy person and hyper reacting to a situation that didn't even need to be addressed.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So both of them.
I'm just going to say this. I am not going to make any friends or points right now.
Okay.
But, people got to quit calling cops all the time.
Really.
I mean, there are good people who are taking good care of their pets.
Yes.
That do leave them in the car with the air conditioning on or for a matter of a minute to go give, the gas attendant $20 for what they put in their car just because that dog is left alone for a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the air conditioning could be on. There could be water supply in the car. There could be, there are so many people out there thinking, oh, I'm going to save a dog. And, oh, look, it's abused. And they're not even assessing the situations correctly.
Right.
Stop running your mouth.
Yes.
And dial on your phone and take a look at what is actually going on.
Right.
And is that dog in distress or is it barking at your face because you're poking around?
Well, exactly.
I get, no, I don't want any dog overheating in the car and dying.
Right. That'd be terrible.
That would be a tragedy. If anyone did that to one of my dogs, I would be fit to be tied.
Yeah.
It's a terrible thing.
Right.
But, let's not hyperreact. Let's use our heads and realize that there are people making good judgment.
Right.
Not hurting their dogs. And, my gosh, let's not be so crazy about calling the cops on everybody who, I don't know. I mean, it's getting out of, and then that one, they always put that one reel or one post on where they found a dog, overheating in a car. The car was, the temperature was registering over 100 degrees and that dog was shut in there with no windows down. They always show the most tragic and sad stories, and it gets everybody stirred up.
Yeah.
And I know those bad things happen, and no, we shouldn't ignore those things, but let's use our heads.
Well, people should be able to take their dogs places with them.
Yeah.
And at this point, nobody wants to listen because everybody knows better.
Yeah.
And so, decent dog owners are suffering the consequences. Good dogs are suffering the consequences.
And dogs aren't getting to go with their owners as much because everyone's calling the cops on everyone.
Right.
No, I love the cops. I think they're great. We would be in a pickle without them.
Yes.
But I'm not knocking the cops. I'm just saying,
relax.
People need to use better judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Assess the situations a little bit more accurately, and don't be so hyper-reactive. Be smart.
Exactly.
Okay, sorry.
They're the same people that would be mad if somebody called the cops on them. So, let's be honest.
Or would they? They don't make mistakes.
Oh, right. I forgot.
Anyhow, sorry. That's a pet peeve of mine. Actually, because I don't take my dogs with me anymore because of that reason. People are just so ridiculous. It's not worth the hassle. And that's sad for my dogs.
Yeah.
Because my dogs have all been raised to get to go in the car with me. And that's a real bummer.
Even Elsa's sitting at the gate.
Yeah. Till she finds out.
Yeah, she's like, oh, no. I take it back.
Okay.
Anyway.
Next one. Can I feed my puppy, they must just gotten this puppy, all life stage dog food?
I don't think I suppose you could, but I think it's best to feed them puppy food.
I'm not really familiar with the all life stage food.
Yeah.
Heaven knows I spend enough time reading on just what I use.
I know how much you love dog food.
I hate that topic. Everything about dog food, I hate it. I just saw another thing on YouTube about feeding raw diet, and I was listening to the talk, and according to these people, we should all just slit our wrists for feeding them kibble.
Oh, for shame.
I mean,
how dare we?
What kind of people are we?
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
So, pretty much the only way is, raw meat diet. I can't even say I don't agree with it because, food is, I guess my feeling on the all life stage probably is good.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get into the puppy foods, there is puppy food for large breeds.
Yes.
And then there's just regular puppy food. So being as they have it for the large breed puppies, I think it's best to, in my opinion, to use specifically puppy food and make sure it's appropriate for the size dog you're going to have.
And I feel like if you, feeding, which again, we're not saying number one dog diet, spend all your money, but, I feel like it will help your puppy be healthier if you're feeding them the correct dog food, like puppy food versus,
Yeah, I have never used all life stage food, so I'm just not real familiar with them, but I do think the puppy food should be more specific because they're growing.
Right.
There's
extra stuff in it.
Yeah.
So,
ingredients to help them grow big and strong.
So many ingredients.
Except for Chihuahuas.
They don't grow anywhere.
Yeah. Okay. I just moved into a new home, and my dog, who is 4 years old, has become destructive. He was not destructive in our old home.
Well, I would say between new smells and stress. Mm-hmm. Those are probably two pretty good reasons for... Well, obviously you don't want them to chew, but I feel like those are a couple reasons they would be destructive in a new home.
I think so. I think those are good reasons. You know, that might be a time that you have to take a step back and put them back in their kennels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And have them out when you're available to watch them.
Yes.
And, you know, if it's, you know, going back to the puppy stages where they're in there while you're gone at work and then home when you're, or out when you're home,
mm-hmm.
You might have to do that for a while till they do get accustomed to the new smells. Even, you know, if you think about it, you know, many years ago in my house out in the country, there's like no sound out there. It's quiet. You hear, you know, wildlife. In the spring, you hear tractors. In the fall, you hear tractors. Other than that, it's very quiet.
It is.
So if you take a dog who's lived in that environment their whole life and move them into town, it's not just the house they're getting used to, but also all the sounds, the trains, the city buses going by, or whatever you got going on in your neighborhood.
Yep.
So it might be a thing that you're going to have to, and you might want to give them like I always think of the busy bones.
Oh, yeah.
Those digestible bones.
Yes.
Something for them to chew on to alleviate some stress. And, you know, just put them back in the crate till they kind of start to get a little bit more acclimated to the sounds around.
Yes.
You know, you might have new neighbors that have
other dogs
or cats or, you know, some chickens. Maybe they got a little chicken coop or something. The dogs are hearing that. So it just gives them that time to just get used to everything, the sounds and the smells, and kind of de-stress with some chew toys or Kongs that you can put cheese in, some of those more stimulating type toys that make them think and work.
When Jim came to stay with me, I was in the middle of a busier town than where I am now.
Mm-hmm.
There was a train less than a block away. It was a lot of traffic. It wasn't on a highway or anything like that, but plenty busy. And that, I know I did talk about that before, but he wouldn't poop for 3 days.
Right.
He wasn't destructive, but I think he was afraid. He didn't want to be out there. There was a lot going on. And I was actually a little concerned because I'm like, man, you're going to literally explode here if you don't get some of this out. Like,
I'm surprised he didn't poop in your apartment, actually.
I was expecting to come home to it, and I never did. And eventually he did just start going outside, but, it did take him some time, and, It was a little bit of a struggle, but he was pretty good as far as, he didn't destroy anything. He wasn't destructive, but definitely some behaviors.
Well, I know just the other day when I took the puppies to the vet, it is off a highway.
Yep.
And there's semis going by, and at the convenience store next door, they were working on putting new tanks in, so there was work trucks over there and beeping for, how they beep when they back up.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The beeping was going on, and the parking lot itself was busy.
Right.
And the puppies were just freaking out.
Right.
And, like I said, my place is quiet, just the sounds of nature and occasional tractors. And so, that is...
Yeah. It's a huge adjustment, and especially with dogs, they don't understand what all that stuff is.
No, they don't. For all they know, the sky is falling.
Exactly, yeah. So, you want to be kind to them when you're dealing with that. It can be frustrating, but they're scared. And
they are. And, you can't explain it. So the best you can do really is to be patient with them, set up their boundaries again.
Yep.
Keep them from, being destructive or pooping in the house or however they might be acting out.
Right.
So sometimes you just have to take a few steps back, start over, and just kind of go back into it.
Yep.
If you let them just get away with it, they're going to develop those bad habits.
Right.
Okay. This one is getting to be a more and more common question here.
Okay.
I work at home, and it seems like every time I have a meeting, my pup gets the zoomies, chews on a squeaky toy, or turns vocal. What can I do? Oh.
Pay attention to the poor dog. Okay.
You know what I wonder? Wonder, it's funny because this person says it happens every time they have a meeting.
They have company.
I wonder if they're sensing like some stress off the person.
Oh, that could be.
And so they're thinking, hey, play with me.
It's okay.
Play with me. You can do the squeaky toy. It'll make you feel better.
Relax.
I kind of wonder if they're sensing some stress off the person.
That could be. This is what I do. Try it.
Yeah.
This is my favorite toy. Maybe you'll like it. I did work from home for a while, and
well, you still do.
Well, I still do, but I had meetings. We'll say from home on the computer, and it was my dogs would never do anything like that.
Your dogs, didn't care. It sounded like they had 2x4s. And they were clunking them together. I don't know what they were playing with. When I talked to you on the phone, it sounded like somebody was, banging some wood together.
They were chewing on a rubber Kong bone.
Wow. Vigorously.
Well, they last a little while, but that's just till they decide to actually eat them. Because I thought, oh my gosh, they can't destroy these. They can.
Yeah.
It's just when they feel like it. So, a little FYI, if you're having meetings from your home, don't give them chew toys that are noisy, but that's not supposed to be a noisy toy.
Yeah. I think I'd put the squeaky toys up.
Yeah.
Out of reach for like work hours.
I think I had to with some of them, didn't I?
I don't remember. I just remember the clunking.
Yeah, there was some squeaking too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think I would put the squeaky toys up.
Yes.
And I don't know, I guess if you're going to have a meeting, I suppose you could put a kennel like in a bedroom or in an area away so that you can, for that time, keep them, contained.
Sure, good. One girl, she had a dog and a cat, and they both joined her in meetings sometimes. She was actually really. I was like, we should be friends. She's just like, hey, buddy, and she didn't care.
Yeah.
So
I think dogs and cats de-stress you when you're working, so maybe you need to take some time for them before the meetings and keep your own stress level under control. It really does kind of make me wonder if this person is getting stressed out over the meeting and the dog's picking up on it.
Dogs can tell.
My dogs know when I'm stressed out.
Oh, my dogs know.
So this next one I hear really kind of all the time.
Okay.
And, at what age should I start training my new puppy?
Right away.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's something super little or you just right away.
Well, life is kind of a training.
It sure is.
Mean, it's not just about the commands.
Mm-hmm.
It's, about just teaching them off.
Yeah.
Poppy is awful for being on your legs, which is really not a big deal except for like if you have your nightie on.
Oh, yeah.
And he scratches up your legs, or she does. It's a girl. But anyhow,
she's funny because now she just puts a paw on you.
Yeah,
it's adorable.
So she half listens.
Yeah, she won't jump up on you, but she's gonna touch you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's I think right away you can start with manners and
yeah,
like the puppies we have now. Oh, I mean, they are over 8 weeks, so we are starting, some of our own little
Training.
just basic training and teaching some manners and that sort of thing. So, I mean, we started that at like 8 weeks.
Right. Well, and it was 8 weeks. Yeah. 9.
Well, we started teaching them to stay off you before they even left because they were on your legs a lot. So.
That was no later than 8 weeks.
The off command is probably the first one we teach.
Right. Well, they might be small and cute, but they do end up big and cute. So
yeah.
But I will say, that kind of makes me think of, with the 3-3-3 rule, it takes some time. They're adjusting to a different setting. They need to get in your routine. So just like you said, life is a training lesson. So getting them into that same your routine is, very much something you need to work on with them. And, always make sure to keep high value treats on hand when you're working with any sort of training.
Guess what's in Tori's freezer?
High value treats. Okay. Fish sticks. They love fish sticks. Let me tell you that.
That surprises me.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a dog. It's a boxer. It is 1.5 years old. The people said she was house trained, but she's making messes in our...
Well, that to me sounds like... I feel like there could be a few things going on with that.
I would say there's more than one thing happening there.
Yeah. Kind of feel bad for that boxer.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
Her name's Lolly. Yeah.
It's a good name.
I think, I can't say I will, I am never going to say that I think badly about people, but, well, yeah, I will. But
it happens. Let's be honest.
When you rehome a dog, dogs do have emotions and they bond and they have attachments.
Right.
So when you take them out of one environment and put them in another, I can only imagine that dog is super confused. I
don't even like staying in hotels.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can't rehome Tori.
No. Sorry.
But I would guess the dog's confused, not real sure why it's at someone else's house.
Right.
It may not know where it's supposed to go. If it's new to the home, it hasn't been there before.
Where do we go out?
It might not even know which door heads to the yard.
Right.
It just doesn't know. And it could be just nerves.
Right, yeah.
If you ever startle a dog or a puppy, they tend to pee.
Now, I tried trimming Jim's nails and he pooped.
Yeah. So nerves can make him do it, but I think it's actually it just hit me. I don't know if the boxer is crate trained.
Oh.
This might be a time to, take that step back, put him in the crate and kind of do the potty training process.
Yeah.
Just for like a week or so, have him in the kennel when you're not watching. Take them to the door. I think the repetition of going to the door with them, this is where we go.
Right.
This is where we go. Come here, this is where we go.
Yes.
And if you aren't able to keep an eye on the dog, have them in the kennel.
Right.
Until you can get them out of there and show them where the outside door is. And if they're already potty trained, I would imagine it would not take very long for them to understand. And boxers are very smart dogs.
Yes.
So, I wouldn't think it would take too long to kind of get their, I don't know if I'd say focus change, but, they got to get acclimated.
Right. Familiarizing them with the house and the people.
Yeah.
All that.
Well, people, yeah, exactly. People, they're different people, different house.
Mm-hmm. There might be other animals.
Yeah. So it's just a matter of time of getting into a new environment.
Yeah.
Okay, now I do have 2 more emails that I want to kind of address here, but I'm switching gears.
Okay.
These are off of the Primo Corso email.
Okay.
And I thought, this first one I get asked actually both of them I get asked a lot.
All right.
So when I keep seeing them, I feel like I need to address them.
Right.
And, I don't know if the people who are listening to our episodes on this podcast are, checking out our websites or our Facebook, but I'm just going to bring this up as a, general information.
Okay.
But I've had a few people who have owned Cane Corsos in the past,
Mm-hmm.
and they have passed away from aging or I'm not sure what else.
Right.
And not our dogs, but they have just owned Cane Corsos.
Gotcha.
And I hear things like, I had one 10 years ago and it must be like 25% more to get one from you now. Or, last time I bought one 8 years ago, it wasn't this much money. Mm. Or 12 years ago, I had one 12 years ago. I don't know why there's so much now. And that is such a frustrating thing to hear all the time.
Well, what we're supposed to go broke taking care of the puppies so they can spend less. Cost of living goes up with everything.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter if it's a dog because, okay, maybe it's just a dog and not groceries or fuel, but the breeder has to pay for vet visits, which go up. Medication, shots, that all goes up.
Yep.
Dog food, puppy food.
Yep.
That all goes up. There's extra food in their diet that's not just puppy food.
Yeah.
That goes up as well. There's so many things that everything goes up. So for people to think that they shouldn't have to pay more than they did 12 years. Well, you're going to pay more. I mean, if you look at gas prices 12 years ago compared to now, or grocery prices, it's all...
Or even the price of a car.
Exactly.
I mean...
Yeah.
Everything has increased
so
price.
Much.
And it's a sad thing, but breeders can't keep the prices the same for, a decade.
Right.
When everything else around them is going up. I think in the last 3 years, I started using a certain dog food. It was a high-end dog food.
Yeah.
And in just 3 years, that went up $10 a bag.
That's a lot. Yeah.
And breeders typically have more than one dog. So they are, spending quite a lot of money on dog food. And especially if they want, quality and healthy puppies.
Right. Well, and of this size as well.
Yeah.
So
that's such a frustrating thing to hear all the time because... like you were saying, what are we supposed to just suck it up, go broke because of inflation?
Right.
Well, we actually don't make money.
Right.
You take care of the dogs all year long.
It goes right back into it, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like, inflation is a awful thing. It's hard to deal with in every area.
Right.
But... dog breeders are not exempt from having to raise prices sometimes.
Well, exactly. And, if people do want that, then they're going to have to settle for a less than quality dog, which is sad to say.
Less than quality or a mixed breed. And I'm not knocking rescues, but that is an option if, the cost of a purebred is more than you can handle. Right. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying... it's an option.
Well, and my preference for having a purebred dog, not only do I like this breed, but again, you know more how they're going to act, their behaviors, everything like that. When you have kids, that's something that you kind of want.
Right.
So it's, anyway, sorry.
Okay. Then the other email that was directed at Primo Corso.
Okay.
Is when do you start dropping the prices on your puppies?
Well, you don't. Cause I think some people do think when the puppy gets older, they're I'll just wait till puppy's older and then I won't have to pay as much. But then the breeder gets into training and there's extra food and extra shots, vet visits, you name it, flea and tick
treatments.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many other things that go into it. So no, you're probably not going to get a cheaper price just because the dog's a little older. And honestly, if the breeder's putting that much work into it, you might end up spending a pretty decent amount more.
That's true. Also, if the breeder has a job outside of the dog business, if they are working a lot of hours, they may have to pay somebody to work on the training.
Right.
So whether it be their time or paying someone, that's time into the dog as well, and that's not free.
Exactly. Someone's got to pay for it.
There's a good chance you'll never see a price drop, and possibly an increase.
Right.
So for those of you that are trying to lowball breeders, I think that's kind of garbage. And those puppies aren't going to go lower. I had somebody say, so what, you want full price for a half-grown dog? And I thought, a dog that's potty trained.
Yeah.
A dog that knows basic obedience.
Right.
And has been taken care of by vet visits.
You don't have to put all that initial work into it. It's already been done.
Yeah. So that was something somebody said to me, and I was like, and in all reality, if the dog meets the criteria of the breed, some breeders will hold the dog back and sell it to other breeders for substantially more money.
Right.
So, there's a lot of ways that, the price going down is not a thing.
No, not at all. Well, and to be totally honest, if you're looking into buying a dog, some people, I feel, they play that dumb card, which I know I'm not making any friends with this either, but you probably already know how much they cost, and you're just causing problems trying to get a lesser price because for whatever reason you think it's going to work.
Well, and really, if you're really, truly uncomfortable with the price and think it's wrong, do your stinking research.
Exactly.
Check it out. Look at several breeders. If you have a specific breed in mind, start getting on the internet, going to the different ones, finding out what the cost is for one, what their deposits are, what their requirements are in the contract. And if you really feel like that breeder is overcharging you, then you need to find a different one.
Right, exactly.
So if they're overcharging, don't sit there and wait so you can lowball them. Right. Because that may never happen.
It won't. And then the dog that you want is going to be more. And then you're really not going to be able to afford it. And you may have been able to in the first place.
Well, I will say Primo Corso Kennels does not lower their price.
No.
So those are both questions that just repeatedly come up. And we get them by text, we get phone calls, we get emails on it. People just always think, you raised your price. They used to be so much less money, or, when do you start lowering your price? And another thing about lowering the prices, the longer we have them, not only are we putting money, we're feeding them for that much longer. Exactly. So that in itself is, a reason to charge more.
Oh, exactly.
So, there's you crazy folks out there that think you're going to hold out till it's cheap. I think...
bad decision.
Bad decision. Good words.
Yes.
Good words.
So, don't do that.
And it doesn't build good rapport between you and the breeder.
No.
I think it's important to have that. I love knowing that with Primo Corso Kennels, we get updated pictures of puppies. We see pictures with them and their new families.
Right.
That is so great to see. That's awesome. And all these people have just become part of the Primo Corso family. Yeah. There are extended family out there, and we're there for questions or if they have any help. We don't go to dinner.
No. A lot of them are too far for that. But
we're not that worried about, rapport that way. But we definitely want them to know that we are here for them, and it's not a limited amount of time. Right. It's for as long as, we need. And we do have a few people that we have regular communication with, and I think that is so great. I get a few extra happy Mother's Days from a couple of people that have, bought some dogs from us, and that's what we want is just good communication and good rapport. So we're not going to lower prices for anybody because of the age of a dog.
No, and we want the best families for these puppies. So if you're not willing to pony up the dough, okay.
Well, that was kind of blunt.
Wow. I'm at that point. No. But, it's true. If you're not willing to pay the price for that cost to own the dog, then you don't get the dog.
Right.
So,
So those are the emails I had. I just kind of picked out some of the good ones, and some of the ones that I keep seeing over and over, I kind of wanted to pick a couple of them out. But those were some really good questions. I'm always glad to get those. And
they really were. Yeah, those were some good ones.
And if there's anything you're having problems with, find a professional in your area.
Yes.
We're happy to share information that we can come upon in our own research or in our own lives. But, if it's just not cutting it and getting you the results you need, talk to your vet. They can refer you. They might have ideas. Do some research and find the professionals in your area that can really help you.
Exactly. Always, always. And on that note, if you have any questions or comments for us, you can email us at realtalkdogtalk@yahoo.com. Comment down below and follow. Hit the follow button.
Hit that follow button, please.
Come on. I know you want
to. Tori's dogs are looking at us.
Do you want to hit the follow button? She does.
Oh,
she does.
I think she did it.
I think
before
she
we
did.
Came up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she did. She said so.
Okay.
She told me.
All right. So the rest of you out there, hit the follow button.
Yeah, she did. You can.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you will be here for our next episode.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.